All right. Hello, everybody. Let's see where we're going today. Ah, just the last 2 days have been kind of incredible in terms of messages that have been coming through to me. I wanted to do this kind of special message for the divine feminine. I was out of pocket yesterday, taking care of my health. Colleen's out of pocket today, taking care of hers. So we are a little bit, I'm on my own today for Pathfinders. So if you're new to Pathfinders and you don't have the link or anything like that, we'll do our best to get you that link. If not, you will definitely get the replay. But today I am going to be talking a lot about the Jupiter conjunction with Uranus happening on the 20th of April. It is such a huge deal. The last time Jupiter conjuncted Uranus in Taurus was 1941, just as World War II was getting going. And it's very important for us to take a look at that. I feel like there's a lot of energy around breakthroughs at this time, especially for the divine feminine and divine masculine, really, secondarily, but mostly for the divine feminine, really in terms of anchoring in the physical because it's in Taurus, and maybe shifting beliefs that shift your 3D experience. Okay. Taurus is about building, and Taurus is about investing time and energy into what you want to build. So I have a couple of new decks here. I'll be using this one deck, this Twin Flame Ascension deck. My tarot readers that are on Soulful Revolution turned me onto this deck last week. So if you're looking for a private reading, they are ready to go. There's a link below if you want to check out the folks who are on my site. All right, let's see where we go for the divine feminine today. As I was having my tests and things this week, a lot of ancestors came through. Russian, interesting kind of mix, and also lots of fairies, lots of Irish Gaelic kind of stuff came through. So it was really fascinating, and I'll talk more about that in Pathfinders today. All right, so open your heart, set loving boundaries. The feminine twin, activating the higher self. Wow. And rebirth, personal freedom unleashed. So you can see this story kind of unfolding here, that I know some of you have actively had this situation in your life where you've had to set some more loving boundaries or some stronger boundaries. Some of you definitely kind of allowed the empath in you overflow. And by that, I mean that, it is truly our job as empaths to bring loving energy to the world. It's a harder task not to get swallowed up in it. So I feel like a lot of divine feminines are challenged with that right now. This Jupiter Uranus conjunction is going to facilitate some breakthroughs, and I feel like things that bring stronger connections, building stronger connections through boundaries. All right, so let's see what comes out in the reading. Activating the higher self. If you haven't been doing any kind of meditation or any kind of stillness or mindfulness practice, okay, here you go. This is a really powerful time to do it. And even though we're connected to the physical realm, I feel like a lot of people think the physical realm isn't spiritual, but through your body is how you feel intuition. All right. So I will be talking more about that in Pathfinders today. Last week we talked about the clairs, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. Today I'm going to help you take that deeper. How to really do that. Six of Swords. This is underneath. Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. The Devil energy. Ooh, boy. Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Ooh, I'm taking this. Three of Pentacles. So that Queen of Pentacles is definitely Queen of Coins in this deck, is most definitely Taurus energy. Here's Capricorn energy. So we are already in the realm of the physical. And some of you are leaving behind any kind of how you have built your life up until now may bear very little resemblance to how we build our lives in the future, in terms of education, in terms of what's important to us, in terms of where we live, where we're putting down roots, where we're physically putting down roots. Are you growing things? Taurus energy is a gardening energy. It's about the land. So there's just a kind of a feeling here of doing the work that's in front of you, doing the, taking the action steps, physically taking steps that will help you and other people. I like this Six of Swords because it's sort of like we're going towards something that is not only good for me, but good for all. And that, my friend, is a good karmic expression into the universe, that it's good for me and it grows you. It's good for you too. That says balance. That says strength and power. And if we move beyond the Capricorn, ethos, or if we move beyond this kind of idea of creating something so physical that it doesn't move, I'm very happy to see the Six of Swords, because things are moving forward. Things are going in a good direction. This is a little side story here. I feel like some of you have been connected with a romantic partner who hasn't. This could be your twin. Somebody could feel like they're trapped in the twin flame connection or something like that. This is somebody who is like either lying to themselves or lying to you, or both. I don't think they know they're doing it. Okay, you see how he has his back to the Seven of Swords. I don't think this person or this twin flame knows they're doing it. They're just sort of focused on what they need to do to build something. So again, that Taurus energy showing up quite a lot. So let's look at the collective. I'll pull cards for the divine feminine and divine masculine separately. So the collective here, I'm getting the Chariot. Wow. The Strength card. Eight of Swords. There's a masculine who is really wanting to move forward, more toward you. Divine feminine, I'm talking to you. Okay. There's a masculine who wants to move toward you. This is actually the Knight of Cups. Okay, coming up to the Strength card, and that's feminine power in that sign of Leo, but like hasn't a clue how to do it. Okay, we'll clarify that a little bit as we go. Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Wands. So the divine feminine here just feeling really left out, like, oh, he didn't choose me. The divine masculine didn't choose me. And so I'm just going to move forward. Another eight. We have Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. I'm just going to move forward based on my heart. I'm just going to say, I feel like the feminine might have a lack of trust in this connection because of a cyclical kind of stepping into patterns of this, right? Of someone being trapped, third party, someone walking away, but not really, someone wanting to build something with you, but not having the first clue how to do it. And I'm just definitely seeing that. And I just feel like divine masculine is like a race car up on blocks, like going nowhere fast. Okay, going nowhere fast. The feminine is feeling this Five of Pentacles energy. It's important that the divine feminine not take this as a personal rejection, not taking it personally, and instead seeing it as a purpose, a reason for growth, and rebirth is at hand. Okay, the age of rebirth is at hand. Personal freedom unleashed. I feel like that's one of the things that divine feminine is learning, is to activate the higher self and recognize that every separation is an opportunity to grow. Every union is an opportunity to grow, just the same, different ways maybe, but this can be about divine feminine having more personal freedom, or birthing that, right? Like birthing that personal freedom. Queen of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. There's a lot of love here. You probably know that. And it just feels like passion, or the fire energy is up on blocks. Like I said, the masculine, the ability to take action on any of this seems like it's like it's not, it's being boxed in. And I feel like the only thing that's really moving is communication. Okay. And as we get, I'll talk a little bit more about the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. Jupiter is that energy of expansion, and Uranus is the energy of transformation in an innovative kind of way, a futuristic kind of way, also about surprises, all right, like sudden aha moments or sudden changes. And this can be a really eye-opening moment for the divine feminine that says, this is not all about union. This is about me being able to work with how this connection flows in kind of a balanced and grounded way. Taurus, right? The 21st degree of any sign, is Sagittarian in nature. Let me say that again to you. The 21st degree of any sign aligns with Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is about expansion, ruling planet Jupiter, and Jupiter's sitting right there, right in this connection. It's moving into the 21st degree. Uranus has been there for a while, since last year, since last May, June, September, October, November, or something like that over the summer. Uranus has been sitting there since 2023. So it's important for you to recognize that you're feeling this coming, but then nothing happens. Okay? Divine Feminine's feeling this coming and nothing happens. And so what has been your reaction to that? I've seen it in the comments, so don't kid a kidder. What has been your reaction to this feeling it's showing up and then physically not showing up? I feel like this is the reaction, the Five of Pentacles. I feel left out in the cold. I feel distraught. I feel upset. And so maybe turning away from this. I know I remember the readings of like, okay, so turn your attention inward, turn your attention to something else, start building something else. It's spring and summer in the Northern Hemisphere, plant a garden, nurture yourself, take care of your body, okay? Take care of your physical health. Those are all really important things. And I feel like this is going to be like, now it's like passion tied up in a knot. That page, or sorry, the Two of Pentacles. But the communication is loving, okay? The communication is loving. Let me clarify a couple things. So this Knight of Cups that we see in the Strength card coming up behind her, right? And that's Leo time, by the way. This is Leo time. So this may not straighten itself out. I'm talking to a collective of twin flames that is up on blocks right now, feels like nothing is moving. The Taurus energy, Jupiter and Uranus conjunction could bring some breakthroughs in terms of what's really happening. And the Seven of Swords says that the divine masculine doesn't see the truth about something, doesn't see, or is lying to themselves about something. I feel like they're lying to themselves about how they feel about you. Okay. Maybe it's too big. It's too big. King of Cups. Lots of love here. Seven of Cups. Confused about that. Why do I love this person? World and the Justice card. So things, they got the Six of Pentacles here, the Justice card. That confusion needs to be balanced out. Okay, that confusion needs to be balanced out. And I feel like the Divine Feminine has an open heart, but has boundaries. And basically says, you know, if you're in a commitment with someone else, I don't want to violate that. There's still love here for you. Obviously, I will still, you know, we're connected no matter what. I feel like this is teaching you that if you're in separation right now, this is teaching you that everything is connected, even if you don't see it physically. And the fact that we're moving Jupiter-Uranus conjunction aligned in Taurus is about possibly that expansion of what does it mean physically to be in separation but still feel connected, right? What do I want to build? how can I build based on a 5D connection? How can I go inward and build my own feminine nature, connect and cultivate my higher self, connecting to guides and the spirit world. I was under anesthesia the other day, and that when I came out of it, the nurse was like, you were talking to all these fairies, and there was like a couple of, you said, ancestors coming through. You recognized one, you didn't recognize two of them. Really, there were two nurses standing over me when I came out of anesthesia, and they were like, who's Katerina? Who's this? Who are the fairies? I'm like, oh, the fairies come. It was just unbelievable. And they were talking to me for a while. The doctor was like, are you going to take her blood pressure or what? Right? Like, so there's definitely this sense of lots going on in the etheric realm, or in the spiritual realm, lots going on around how you are building yourself, because I am getting this Three of Pentacles, which is very much about what do we want to invest our time and energy into. And that might be the question for the Divine Feminine right now. Instead of sort of focusing on this Five of Pentacles, like it's not where I want it to be, there's got to be a little awareness that separation has to do, in many ways, with the building of the self. And abandonment, like healing, abandonment, healing boundaries, being able to have an open heart with boundaries. If the masculine is unavailable to you, saying it. Okay, yep, I see you're unavailable to me right now. Okay, so Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. This is a pattern. King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Oh man, yes. There's the Sun card. Again, more Leo. This is absolutely about you, Divine Feminine, really having a ton of worth, King of Pentacles, but seeing or feeling like you have lower self-worth. This is a pattern. Okay. And the masculine might be activating that for you. They're not like treating you badly in any way, but there's something about not being chosen that's really activating something for you. And it is like, hey, you got to step into the energy of happiness and giving yourself what you need, because that's the way to manifest. If you are feeling it, if you are focused on the feeling of expansion. And, I'm excited. I'm planting a vegetable garden this year. I'm excited about doing the things that, traveling and doing some things that I want to do. And this is very beautiful, expansive energy. So try not to sit in any feelings of rejection, because that's not what's happening. You have to, or Spirit is inviting you to, you don't have to. Spirit's inviting you to see how the age of Aquarius is really proving itself to be quite a monumental shift for a lot of people into that we are all connected. If I hurt you, I'm actually hurting myself. If I'm setting out to be nasty to you, I'm really driving down my own vibration and things like that. So the Eight of Swords for this masculine up here. They're not seeing too much right now. Empress, High Priestess, Four of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. The masculine is under a lot of pressure. The masculine is taking a lot of things on themselves, and their job really, this is the two Divine Feminines around them. They could be with a life partner, a soulmate that is to teach them about boundaries, or teaching them about responsibility, something like that. You're teaching them about the spiritual nature of love. And this is something that they might need to go inwards on as well, because they are definitely overwhelmed, and they're taking on, they've taken this on. Yep. Lovers and the Four of Wands. So they've got a choice ahead of them. And I just feel like some of you are going to experience a Divine Masculine who comes up with some new way, a new idea, especially, okay, I'm just going to talk to those of you who have a Divine Masculine in a toxic relationship, not one in a healthy relationship. Because both of those things can be true in this particular collective. But those of you who are dealing with someone who's in a very, very like loveless, toxic kind of situation. They need to understand how to um, fulfill their responsibilities, not obligations. Shift it from obligations. Obligations has kind of a negative connotation. Shift it from obligations into responsibilities, because I do feel like this might be the set of the collective of twin flames whose job it is to build loving relationships in very Uranian, Aquarian kinds of ways. How can you be loving and build a loving relationship that isn't violating someone's values? Okay. Taurus is very much about what we value. And so the masculine is kind of like looking at like, what do I value about this relationship? How can I support that? What do I value in my relationship with my divine feminine? How can I support that? These are pretty high level ideas and concepts. And so this is something that when the masculine stops looking at the 3D and starts looking at internally to their own set of values, instead of feeling like a beast of burden, that they're being burdened by having both of these situations going on, they're seeing the value in each one of them. Okay, they're seeing that value. So the 8 of Wands, messages that are trying to come through for the feminine. Tower. That's Uranus. Okay, I know this is technically Pluto, but Uranian energy can be surprises as well. So Jupiter conjunction Uranus can be about a big surprise. Hanged Man, Judgment, wow. And the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like the feminine is seeing things different. This is a mind expanding kind of experience. The divine feminine is expanding expanding your perspective about this connection, expanding how you look at it. This is a crossroads that is going to require a lot of effort on your part. The 8 of Pentacles. The one we have missing is the 8 of Cups, although we do have the 6 of Swords, about moving on, moving towards something better for us. This feels like it's important to Taurus to be planted in this moment. Taurus can be about where we planted ourselves on the planet. It can be about the way we spend our time, because we have Capricorn and Taurus. Pentacles are also about spending time. Okay, 22, as I just said that. So this makes me feel like the feminine needs to invest time and energy in this new perspective. The masculine needs to invest time and energy in moving away from people pleasing and toxic relationship patterns into something that supports their love partnership that they're in right now and supports their 5D partnership with their divine feminine in a way that doesn't violate their values. Big challenge. All right, I'm going to continue on with this reading. The link is below if you want to continue on with me. Special message really for the divine feminine and to a lesser extent the divine masculine. I think you already know this, but the divine feminine is really being challenged to change her perspective on things. So we'll look more deeply at that, and especially about how expansive and universal love is and how many different ways there are to love. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.